Hey, everybody.
Okay. Dreamers everywhere. Welcome to the Dueling Disney podcast. I am one of your hosts, Andee Zilberman.
I am the other one of your hosts, Aldee, and we're laughing because this is apparently the second time we're starting this podcast.
It is. We did that last time too. Something weird happened. I did not. You're looking. Well, you're not. Well, you are.
I am.
Some people, if you're looking on YouTube, are seeing my face. If you're just listening on podcasts, never mind for a second. I did not get in a fight.
Are you deciding to do a little goatee thing? Is that what's going on?
That is exactly what my mother said. She goes, "You look like you're growing a 5 o'clock shadow." But in all actuality, I have now hit the age of really strong progressive lens glasses, hearing aids, and apparently falling on my face.
I have had the privilege of seeing this bruise without the makeup, and it is gnarly. And you know how bad it is? I feel bad for Andee. That's how bad the bruise is. I didn't. When I saw it, I didn't laugh even a little bit. It was really bad.
Oh my god! And at school, when I first got to school on Friday morning, it was little, like you could really see it, and so I was like, okay, well, I don't need to do it. By the time lunch came, kids were looking at me like, "This is Homerman. What's on your face?"
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Oh
I know,
my God,
guys.
it's really bad. Did it hurt though? Like, is it painful?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it would be.
Pain is getting better. As the bruise becomes darker and blacker and worse, the pain is actually lessening. So it hurt more when the bruise wasn't as prominent. So.
And it's happened when your husband Ed is out of town.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we were texting about it, I was making a little fun because I was like, because Andee has this belief that since I'm single that I will die alone, and she's like, well, what's gonna happen?
It's true.
In that voice exactly. So I was like, see, she doesn't understand like how I manage my life without other people around. And I'm like, so what did you do to take care of yourself since you are currently by yourself? And she was like, well, I did this and this. I was like, see, you are able to live a life if you just take care of yourself.
I guess. But it would be nicer if he was here, because then I wouldn't have to worry so much. Yeah, I know. See?
Yeah.
See?
I've never disagreed with that point.
See? Okay.
The number of times in which I've had very difficult circumstances, it would have always been nicer to have somebody around.
I know. And it's funny that for me, probably other people are better at this, but it really does take me being away from him to appreciate him more.
Oh my gosh.
He won't listen to this. It doesn't matter.
So this is love.
So this is love. Mm-hmm. All right. How was your Disney week? What's going on?
Oh, my Disney week is pretty cool because you all are planning a couple of different Disney park trips.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to plan accordingly.
Amazing.
Particularly for November. And so I'm just going in. And here's the problem. The problem is with my passport, like all the times you all are going are the times when my pass doesn't work, but I really want to go down because I've mentioned this on the podcast before. There's so much new stuff. I want to eat at Tiana's Palace, and I want to see San Francisco and all the stuff I want to do. And I still haven't done Mickey's Runaway Railway at Disneyland, even though I've been there twice since it's open.
Wow. Okay.
So I am doing a lot of Disney trip planning. Mm-hmm. And I have the Alaska Air Pass where I sort of get one free plane ticket within the state of California every other month. And so it's not going to cost me that much. It's just really hard to find the time to do it. So doing a lot of Disneyland trip planning and potentially Disney World trip planning. And for those of you who, if you listen to this podcast, you probably get this. It's sort of this exponential things that you start and then you go, oh, I really want to go. And it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse, particularly if you can't settle on a time to go, which I have not yet been able to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I'm on the website a lot.
Yeah. Okay. I get it. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. Especially Tiana. And I've been watching a ton of videos about the food at Tiana's Palace and it all looks
Is it Palace or Place?
It is, I believe it's Place in the movie.
Oh.
And the Disneyland restaurant is Palace, or it's reversed. But I know that they're distinctly Place in one and Palace in the other because I missed that Jeopardy question on Disney Jeopardy.
It is Tiana's Palace. I did not know that. It is
because Tiana's. In the movie, it's Tiana's Place.
And on the cruise. On the cruise, It's Tiana's Place. Oh, I did not know that. I kept calling it Tiana's Place. Okay.
I think a lot of people are going to continue to make that mix up.
I didn't even look. I mean, I probably even saw Palace, but my brain didn't work. It just thought it saw what it saw.
Good? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what about you? What about your Disney week?
Well, first of all, I want to say that I have my Humphrey the Bear mug out in honor of Fat Bear Week. I don't know if you watch explore.org or have that website, but they do Fat Bear Week every year. I love explore.org for their grizzly bears. And I just, if you know, you know, and if you don't, go to explore.org to look at all they do with the bears. I watched the bears all summer. I watched them come out of hibernation. And then at the end of the season, they have this fat bear contest, because they're going into hibernation. So all these bears like really fat. And so they have the fattest bear. So that's my Humphrey. That's not really Disney. I just want to tell you I was drinking out of Humphrey today.
And you every time you say fat bear, I think of the Community episode and say fat dog for midterms. And
oh my God. That's that I do not, but okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna do the parent humble brag thing for Disney Week. So Emma got a promotion again. She'll be back in Burbank, so she's very excited about that. I'm excited because it means more Disney passes. And then Annika got one of her photos featured in the Disney PhotoPass Instagram account.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I'll actually cool. I thought I was going to share it on our Instagram page, but I don't know if I actually did. See, the problem with me now is that when I'm at work, I'm at school, and I've got all these kids to look after. It's so rude. Anyway, I forget things a lot. So
hey, look, I used to substitute teach. You can leave those kids alone for 2-3 hours at a time. Everything's going to be fine when you come back. Yeah,
sure. Especially the 7th graders. Mm-hmm. They're known for being, well-behaved, independent students. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, but that's that. And then getting ready for our little episode today that I'm excited about. That you're going to explain.
I'm going to explain because so I watch every Saturday Disney Jeopardy. That comes on YouTube, that website does. And it's basically a Jeopardy, but all Disney stuff. And I was like, I love this. And I'm thinking of our history with Disney trivia games. And I was also in Barnes & Noble and saw some really cool a new Disney trivia game. And I wanted to buy it. And then I was like, but I don't have anybody to actually play it with. So I'm going to buy it anyway, because that's who I am. Cool. But I was like, we should probably revisit our competition around Disney trivia, but let's give it a specific spin. So what we're going to do today is each of us has prepared some questions, and the questions range from easy to hard, and it is basically recognize the Disney lyric or ride script or piece of dialogue and identify, ranging from easy to hard. That's straightforward, and if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. I don't even know if we need to keep score. It's probably better if we don't, because I don't want to embarrass you.
Very funny.
The bruise and things
very
of that
funny.
sort.
Very funny.
But so that's what we're doing today.
All right.
And I am going to get them all, and you will get like one, because the easy one. Yeah.
You don't know. Why? Well, you start. We'll see, and then I'll come at you.
So here, and this is my easy one. Here is a line of dialogue. And you have to name the movie or attraction that it comes from. Are you ready?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All the armies of Europe, Asia, and Africa combined could not by force take a drink from the Ohio or make a track on the Blue Ridge in a trial of 1,000 years.
That's your easy?
Yeah. Oh, if you don't get that.
Repeat it.
Okay. There are people who are yelling at you online right now. All the armies of Europe, Asia, and Africa combined could not by force take a drink from the Ohio or make a track on the Blue Ridge in a trial of 1,000 years.
Wait, you don't get to give me a hint if it's a movie or an attraction? Okay, what is it?
Attraction.
Okay, see, that's what's hard is like I'm like thinking like, is it from okay. Well, it's not Thunder Mountain.
I'll give you another hint. Think of the cadence that I used.
No, I'm just thinking great moments with Mr. Lincoln, but
Yes, that is it. Oh my God. Way to overthink it.
Oh yeah, that was pretty overthinking. Sorry, I was like, okay.
I'm sitting there going, am I wrong? How is this not easy?
Okay, so now I'm learning because so I was going everywhere in my mind, right? So at first I was like movies, and then you said attraction, and then for some reason I was thinking Q. So that's where my brain was, okay? And then I had to think, okay, all right.
Yeah, because when I was preparing, I was like, I tried to go all over it. I was like Q stuff, and then in the ride stuff, and then some of the favorite rides. Like this was actually a fun thing to prepare for, but some of the rides I wanted to use don't actually have any announcements in the queue. Like I was like, oh, we should do something with Mr. Toad. It's all music in Mr. Toad.
I know. So. Okay, now I get it. But then we might have to do hints though, but I don't think you'll need a hint for mine.
I think hints are fine.
Okay, but you won't need a hint for my easy one.
Okay.
I was even going to try to do a little hard, but because I struggled on yours, I'm going to give you a super duper duper easy one.
Gotcha.
So let me see this gift. Not only see, Your Highness, but hear.
Yeah. That, my friend, is from Captain EO.
It is. See, not everybody would get it. I don't know if the girls would get it, right? Because we saw Captain EO.
How many times have they seen Captain EO?
Once.
Starring the legendary and problematic Michael Jackson.
And dead.
And yes, very, very, very dead. Michael Jackson.
I can't even imagine if he was alive what he would be going through right now after all these Me Too movements and past.
Well, I mean, it's not like when he was alive he wasn't.
But things were still. I mean, we knew it happened, but people weren't getting busted as much for what happened.
Well, he went to court and got away. So right, like don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Can they remake Captain EO with somebody else in there? Because I really love Captain EO, not because of Michael Jackson, but because of the script, and it's funny.
I will own this. I still listen to Michael Jackson, the music.
Well, so do I.
And here's my line. My line is, he is no longer making money.
That's true.
Right? So if he was alive, I think it'd be a little more like, oh, I don't want to put money in this guy's pocket. Right?
All right. That's fair. That's
kind of where I'm at with it. And maybe that's just me justifying the fact that I want to listen to really good music. Okay.
I get it.
All right. Do you want me to go again?
Yeah.
Okay. Gets a little harder.
Okay.
And it seems like it's calling out to me, so come find me. And I urge you to think of the phrase calling out to me.
That's what I'm...
Let me know if you need to know.
Was it Frozen?
I'm sorry, my friend. No, it was not Frozen. And when I tell you what it was, you're going to be like, of course. It's from Moana.
Oh, Moana, yeah.
Sorry, I jumped too early. You were saying.
I was going to say, is it an attraction or movie?
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's the calling out to me piece that I thought was going to be the...
Well, yeah, you're right. I picked Frozen.
I mean, if you had said Frozen 2, right?
I know.
That has the whole,
That's exactly what I was thinking when I said Frozen. I was thinking Frozen 2. Actually, Moana, the Land of Water just opened up at Epcot. Yeah. And so Annika has gone to see it and taken pictures, and it's amazing. I can't wait to see it in December.
So much stuff since the last time I was at Walt Disney World.
That's because last time you were there with all walls, construction walls everywhere, Walcott. Yeah.
I haven't even seen the Cosmic Rewind, so.
Oh, I know. It just breaks my heart that you haven't seen that. But I did see that the new season for Behind the Attractions is up, and I need to watch that. But I saw season 2.
That's what I'm doing as soon as we finish recording.
Cosmic Rewind is on there, so I can't wait to see that one because I love that.
Well, and now I'm like, I don't want to watch that episode, right?
I know, but it's so amazing. It's so amazing.
That's so cool.
Okay, will you get this one?
Here's the prediction. Yes.
Man has a dream, and that's the start. He follows his dream with mind and heart.
There's a lyrical thing. Oh man, that's good. That's a good pull. Because it's
Do you want me to sing it for you?
yes.
Okay, nobody
Because I
else
know
listen
how
to
much
this
you
because
love
I'm not a good
singing in
singer.
public.
I'm just doing this
I'm
for
like,
Al. I'm not doing this for you guys.
I'm
So
like, oh
everybody
yeah, you
else,
love singing in public.
close your ears for a second, everybody. Okay, this is just for Al. Okay. Man has a dream, and that's the start. He
Okay.
follows his dream with mind and heart.
Okay. Yes. It's the it's Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow is the song from the attraction that I made you guys take me to, with the house and the rotation, and the name of that attraction is called
You would
this.
know this because you are a Disney person, like the
I
Walt
know,
Disney makes for the World's Fair. So of course you would
right?
know
Of
this.
course, I know this, and I've described the song and the location and the history of me going to the ride, and it's Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress.
Yes, that's it. I knew it would come to you.
Nice.
I knew it would come to you.
I was, you guys were like, why are we going on this? I'm like, because they don't have it at Disneyland.
They
and I've
don't.
never seen it.
They don't. They don't. They don't. They don't.
And I was glad I went, and I don't really need to go again. But I do love the song, Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow.
I do too. I do too.
And
I do too.
the song is featured in a Disney movie that I think is really underrated, that I liked a lot, that people panned, which was Tomorrowland. But I really liked Tomorrowland. I thought it was a really good movie.
I haven't seen it still. We
I
almost
think you
watched
should.
it. Yeah, I want to see it.
Really liked it. And people were like, oh, this movie's terrible. I'm like, I just really disagree. I thought it was a really fun movie.
I do want to see it. And I didn't realize the song was in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the song is in there, like, particularly, and maybe that's why I liked it. There's so many Disney Easter eggs in that movie.
Okay.
Like, it's
okay.
Of all the movies, it's the closest one, because I guess because it's based on a land.
Yeah.
It's got so many Disney park references
that
it's really cool.
You had me at Disney Park.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, so this one I think's a little bit harder, but if your brain goes one way, you'll pick it up very quickly.
Okay.
Okay. All passengers who wish to exchange currency prior to their departure are invited to visit the exchange office, open daily during regular flight hours.
Star Tours.
I knew you'd get it. Because I was like, I need a quote from Star Tours that doesn't say droid or R2.
Oh my god, I love that whole travel in the first part of the queue. That's like, I loved it. Mr. Morrow, Mr. Tom Morrow.
Tom Morrow.
Okay, so I have a good one that I think everybody listening would get if they're Disney World people. You are not a Disney World person, but I know that you've been on this. So,
and let's clarify for our listeners. It's not that I'm not a Disney World person. I just haven't had the opportunity to go as much as some others growing up in California.
Al is a little tight with his money.
Yes.
Comes from growing up poor, I think.
Yes.
I didn't grow up with rich parents, but I grew up with parents who spent money. I'm not saying it was a good thing. I'm not saying it was smart. But
look, we only went to Disneyland like twice before I was 18. Before I went for grad night. So, but even Disneyland was.
We lived closer though growing up than you did. You lived a couple hours away. We only lived an hour away.
My dad, we were like in
LA.
LA.
That's true.
And my dad wasn't coming up off of his wallet to take us.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah. That's all what we know. Okay. So
my secret comes naturally. It is a generational. Anyone named Aldee.
There you go.
Right with the old wallet.
I love it. I love it.
Dad.
That's
Hope
perfect.
you're listening. He ain't listening. He doesn't even know what a podcast is.
All right, Ed and I. It'll be harder for you if I did this for Ed right now. He'd know it because we quote this to each other all the time. Okay, so stand by. We're looking into delays with the genetic matching system. Starting system-wide diagnostics. Help us out and move around a little. Starting recalibration test. Move around a little.
I believe it's the Avatar, but what is that Avatar ride called? It's the one where you're on the thing and you're riding on the thing, and there's 2 Avatar rides, and one is with the big thing going like this, and the other car is it Avatar Rites of Passage?
Close. Flights of Passage. I'll give it to you.
Passage.
I will give it to you because you've only ridden it like once or twice.
I've only ridden it once.
And really I'm surprised you got that. I'm sorry.
Well, it's the genetic thing, right?
Oh, okay. Move around a little, because when the ride is not, when the attraction is not going timely, when you're there waiting, they repeat that all the time. Move around a little. Move around a little. So
I do remember,
I always say that to each other.
This has been something that's become a bigger issue as a person of a little chunkier around the middle. When they shoved me into that seat, they really shove you. like they are not shy about being like, move your better.
Oh my god. All right.
Yeah,
well, you can pass. I'm glad you got that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I think you'll get this. Because knowing your girls, I would imagine that you experienced this way more than I did.
Okay.
We only have each other. It's just you and me. What are we gonna do?
It's an attraction?
It is a film.
Oh. Well, then it's Frozen. It's Frozen. Okay. I know. I was like, okay.
For an extra point.
Yeah.
From where in Frozen?
Wait, say it again.
From an extra point from where in Frozen?
No, but
here's a hint. It's going to be a song.
I know. I'm trying to think if it's Let It Go, but I don't think so. I think it's
We only have each other. It's just you and me. What are we going to do? If it helps, I cry.
Do you want to build a snowman?
There you go.
I had to sing it in my head before I did it. Okay.
I mean, other people cry at other parts of the movie. It's Do You Want to Build a Snowman? It just gets me every single time.
No, of course it does. Of course it does.
What am I, made of stone?
Well, there are people made of stone. The trolls.
This is true.
You could be. And they're very compassionate people. So it's not as big as a diss as you think it was.
Oh, this is true. Yes, I'm a lovely individual. This is true.
Made of stone.
Made of stone.
All right. I don't know if this
is Elliot plush behind you, by the way. I just noticed that.
Oh, I do. Yeah, you see the. Wait, can you see the?
Yeah, you've managed to make a.
Oh, and there's Thor.
And there's Thor with 2 R's.
Thor with 2 R's. That's right. Okay. Okay, we'll leave him there. Okay. Ready? It's a song from an attraction. I'm gonna give you that.
Okay.
We're happy amigos, no matter where he goes, and 1, 2, or 3 goes, we're always together.
I mean, it's also a song from a film.
Right, but it is an attraction too.
Is an attraction. You have really done the Disney World heavy to try and stump me, but I believe it's the Epcot at the Mexican Pavilion. And that's as close as I'm going to get because I don't remember what that attraction is called.
Well, the attraction actually, now you said
it. Is it at the Mexico Pavilion?
Yeah, it is. It is. But the song, I went for the song, which is Three Caballeros.
Yes.
Because you're right. It is from the Three Caballeros. And then, yep. So I thought you'd get it from the music.
What is the attraction called?
Don't hate me, people listening right now, that I didn't come up with it right away.
So I think I should get that point. Because you said it's from an attraction. You said it's from a movie.
You do.
I would have said Three Caballeros.
You do. Why? Grand Fiesta Tour. Woo. Okay, nice. That's right. That's right. Nice. That's right. Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been rethinking Florida a lot, and I'm like, Epcot might be rising as my favorite park. I don't know. I have to go again.
Epcot. It often is our favorite park. I would say that every time we go, we have a favorite park depending on that trip.
Right.
but Epcot comes up a lot. And I think my favorite one was right before we had kids. We stayed at the Beach Club, which is right next to the back entrance to Epcot. And I just remember we would do whatever we were doing for the day, come back, and then we'd eat at Epcot. Like, I loved it because we would just go to any country in Epcot and eat. So that year made it one of my favorite parks for sure.
Well, and I think when we went for the Food and Wine Festival, also like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So here's my final one.
Okay.
Fairy tales can come true. You got to make them happen. It all depends on you.
I was singing one way and now it's another. Wait. I was thinking When You're Young at Heart, but that's not Disney.
I mean, that is a lyric from Young at Heart, but that is not this.
Okay.
You hit right on the reason why I chose this. Because I was like, she's gonna go that way. And you know I love that song.
Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you.
Nope. You're thinking of Young at Heart. Okay. I'm just so smart. Fairy tales can come true. You got to make them happen. It all depends on you. Tell me if you want.
Okay, I need a hint.
It's in a movie.
Oh, it is.
I'll even go further. It's in an animated movie.
Is it in Pinocchio?
Nope. I will even go further. It's in a modern era animated movie.
All I have is Young at Heart in my head.
I know. This is why I chose this lyric.
Is it from Disney or Pixar?
It's from Disney. Do you want another hint?
Mm-hmm.
It is traditionally animated. Hand-drawn animation.
Oh. But it's modern?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Did I know that we had a... Did I know this? Do I know this? That we have a hand-drawn...
As a matter of fact, this film has been a part of our discussion this very episode.
Encanto?
Nope.
This very episode?
Yeah. I'm like, what?
What the heck?
I mean, I'm always open to talk about Encanto. That's a great movie. Let me know if you. I either
need another hint or you have to give it to me.
I'm trying to figure out if there are any other hints I can give you. All right, I'm going to give you this hint, and if you don't get it from this hint, I don't know what to tell you. It is the final, so far, Disney traditionally animated feature film. The last one to be done in 2D.
Do you know what my brain is doing right now? Space.
See,
I can't even focus.
Here is for people who listen to this podcast. Here's the stark difference. Your parks, I'm movies.
I know.
This is I'm trying to figure out if
Sing it.
I can't. I don't know the tune. I mean, I know the tune, but I don't know enough to sing it out loud. How much more? It takes place in New Orleans.
Oh, that was hand-drawn?
The Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, I didn't know that was hand-drawn.
I mean, it was traditional 2D animation, so part of it was hand-drawn.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I was thinking hand-drawn like pre-Little Mermaid, like pre-computer. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay.
I mean, there's computer elements, but there's,
All right. Well, is it the working one?
Huh? The what?
The one where she's in the restaurant.
No. It's the bug.
Oh, Ray.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we weren't keeping score, but if we were,
I'm not done. I got my fifth.
Oh, that's right. Go ahead.
And we weren't keeping score, and I really don't know. So maybe you were. That's not fair. Like, my life right now has no brain power. None. And I'll tell you what else. Emma would have got that one like in a heartbeat. That's her favorite movie.
Exactly. Yeah. Which I shall get easily. Come on.
I am wondering if I should go hard or super hard. You just gave me the one that was hard. I should have gotten it. So I'm not going to go super hard.
Well, and I gave you, I don't know how many.
I know.
But again, because I'm more the film guy, like I was like, are these hints going to help her narrow it down? Because one of the reasons Princess and the Frog is special to me is because it was the last so far of the 2D animated. Although Wish has a weird look. It kind of, I don't know. It's, I'm really looking forward to Wish, but go on.
I'm going between two that I have for you because.
How about this? Why don't we do both? We'll do this last one and then a bonus.
All right. Okay, so I'll do this one. And I think you're going to get it really quick if you pay attention to me singing this every time we're in a park. Okay? Who shot that hole in my sombrero? Who put that bullet through my hat? Okay, so you know it.
Hey, wait a minute, though. I know the lyric. Who shot that hole in my... It's from... Oh, my God. Is it from Country Bear?
No.
It's not from Country Bear. The lyric is super familiar.
And I sing it all the time, but
I know.
I don't even think you saw it. That's the only reason I put it in here is because I sing it all the time.
And it's something I may not have seen?
Do you want me to sing it? Who shot that hole in my sombrero? Who put that bullet through my hat? Who shot that hole in my sombrero? Who do a terrible thing like that? I can't figure who pulled that trigger. You don't reckon my old wife's back in town, do you?
Is it from that terrible, terrible movie?
It's not a movie, it's an attraction. No, it's an attraction.
And it's not? And it's
an attraction at the park. I don't think you saw it because I think it was gone by the time you went.
Oh, is this from America Sings?
Mm-hmm. It is.
Okay, it's from America Sings.
Okay,
that's
fair. I thought you'd get it. Okay, but at least it's
No,
hard.
but
That's good for you.
It's like, because I had all those Disney CDs of the Disney songs. I definitely heard that song, and I listened to those on a constant.
It is on the
in college. So
yep. It is on the America. Yep, exactly. So you would have heard it, and I do remember. I think you told me you didn't see it. That you went.
Never got to see America Sings. Well, maybe I did when I was like in a stroller. Right. I don't have memory of it.
Right.
Yeah, my first trip to Disneyland, I was in a stroller and don't have a ton of memories. And then the next time I went, I was 14 and my mom made us leave early.
Because you didn't appreciate it?
No, because that sounds like that absolutely is something she would do. But we were staying with my brother and she was worried that he wasn't going to be able to get back in his apartment. And then when we got back, he was like, yeah, I had a spare key. And we were all like, ah!
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. That's my mom.
I know.
Always with the considering of other people. What a terrible thing to be.
All right, you want your bonus then?
I want my bonus.
Because this is okay. Now blow the candle out, my dear, and make your wish come true.
Blow the candle out, my dear, and make your wish come true. Oof.
It is a song from a movie, but there's an attraction based on this. The attraction is in Fantasyland.
Because I'm sort of thinking through the mythology of the different movies, and Snow White, it's an apple. Sleeping Beauty has the castle. Cinderella doesn't have any candle thing in it.
Now blow the candle out, my dear, and make your wish come true.
Very merry birthday to you. Alice in Wonderland.
But also the Mad Hatter's Tea Party at... All right, well, we didn't suck. I mean, we didn't get them all right.
No.
But we didn't completely suck.
No. I mean, one of us got more right than the other did, but that's neither here nor there.
Did you really? I really wasn't paying attention. I don't even know. I'll take your word for it. Yeah. You know what? With the week I've had, and the week you've had even, I'm surprised you.
Look, Disney trivia is something I very much enjoy and love, and I'm gonna go to Barnes and Noble later and buy that Disney
I think that's wise. I think that's wise for sure. I would love to play a new version. We have like the old version that we played, and there's so much that has happened since then.
And the show is coming up again in a couple weeks. When I was at MouseCon, I found that old version and didn't buy it because I figured you already still had it.
I do have it.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't buy it. I was like, I don't need. I think I texted you and it was like, do you still have this?
Oh,
and you're like,
yeah.
All right, then there's no purpose to me.
I might give it to you. I don't. Well, you have too much stuff in your house too. I'm like,
You got
I
that
don't.
right.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, well, okay. So our friends, our duelists, how many did you get? And how much were you screaming when you were watching / listening to us, saying you are an idiot for not getting this right away? That's what I'd like to know.
I would very much like to know that.
So thank you. If you're watching on YouTube, you can comment down below. We're also on Facebook and on Instagram at Dueling Disney. We'd love to chat wherever you are. And if you're listening to it on a podcast, please leave a review. That is how other people find us. Unless you don't want them to find us, then don't worry.
And also, if you all have questions you'd like to post to us to stump the band, as they used to say on the old Johnny Carson show, feel free. We'll do an episode of with listeners' questions.
That's a great idea.
We'll have one of Andee's children like host it so that it's fair. And we would love to have that happen as well.
I love that. I love that idea.
Please remain seated until the monorail comes to a complete stop. Then collect your belongings, watch your head, and step carefully from the train. On behalf of all of our crew, thanks for traveling with us, and we hope you have a happy and memorable visit here at Dueling Disney. This is the Tomorrowland Podcast Station.